bit more humble.
So it's crazy.
I feel like the internet give you the act.
Man, welcome back to another episode of the Think Successfully Room. This is a podcast where we focus on building mindsets, building character, bringing value to both you and your people, and aligning your body with your intelligence. I am your host, QB So Effing Amazing. And right now, we got Yash. I keep messing up your name, man.
It's Yash Musabji.
Musabji.
Yeah.
Man, I like that, man. Man, how you feeling, bro?
Feeling great, man. I'm feeling blessed. I'm alive,
appreciate you for sliding to the Think Successfully Room.
Absolutely.
Bro.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor.
Man, no problem, man. I had to, especially chopping it up with you the first time I came to your setup.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I like this guy and what he stands for. So maybe I'm gonna invite him to the Think Successfully Room so we can chop it up even more.
Absolutely. I'm excited, man, because when you were having that podcast, when they were interviewing you, it was so hard for me to not butt in.
Yeah,
so
finally, man.
It's nice for me to actually have a conversation with you now.
Man, that was my first podcast that I did. That was that was as long as that one was. So I had a chance to really express my I shouldn't say my thoughts, but I had a chance to actually sit in a seat where somebody was asking me questions,
right? And
then it gave me the opportunity to really, tell them who I was as a person.
Well, this is the first time I'm actually appearing on someone else's podcast for the, so you know what I'm saying? It's a big premiere for.
yeah, man, that's big, then, bro. That's big.
I appreciate that.
Man, quick question for you, because I like how you moving as an individual, and a lot of people don't move the way that you do.
Man.
How important is entrepreneurship to you?
Man, it's the most important. I think the ability to control your own destiny is really, really important to me, because I'm surrounded by a bunch of people who work regular jobs, right? And my mom actually just got laid off. And the economy is always going up and down and crazy. You never know when your boss is going to walk in and be like, all right, bro, I can't. Peace out.
Yeah, you got to get up out of there.
I mean, sure, you get unemployment and shit, but that's 6 months. Like, I'm not trying to, I'm trying to build an empire, man. I'm trying to build a kingdom.
Yeah, I don't.
And entrepreneurship is the way for me to do that and have control over my destiny and where I'm headed. So it's the crux of who I am.
Yeah, man, I don't think, man, there's a lot of people, even, around me as well. We don't realize how important it is, like you said, to have something you could call your own. Because again, when we work a 9 to 5, we are putting our paycheck in somebody else's hand, right? So we go to work and depend on somebody else to pay us, right? So they really have the say so on how much they want to pay you, when to pay you, as well as what time to come to work. Even when you at work, we talking about you have managers and bosses. You a whole adult, and you got to sit here and ask them, can you go to the restroom or when to go on the break? That's why I began to look at entrepreneurship as the way to go. Having a business of my own, because then I can create my own hours. I can take a break when I want to take a break. I can go to the restroom when I want to go to the restroom. As a matter of fact, I don't have to sit here. I could just sit here and give my people a job, and my people no longer have to wait on somebody to give them a job.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's we were just speaking about this before we actually were recording. Let me introduce a little bit about it for the people that don't know. So I run a visual production company. I'm a director and an executive producer in film and music. I don't know. I mean, I'm a creative through and through. I run a podcast studio here in Rockford, Illinois. I try to run as many businesses as I can that make good opportunities. And all these businesses, like, I'm really good at starting them up and building them, but I need people to actually run them, right? So I give these opportunities to my friends, my close friends who are actually hungry and that actually want it. And I put money into their pocket. And in turn, when they start generating that wealth, I come to them and I'm like, hey, do you want to partner with me on this next project? So now we're all just building. and we're just blowing up.
So do you move that way just with friends, or do you try to give relatives an opportunity as well?
You know, I was born in India, so I don't really have many family members out here.
Okay.
I have some, but they're older and like they're not the right candidates. You know,
that makes sense.
They used to laugh when I would want to go into film or music or any of that. Lots of conservative Muslims, you know. But now they're all, I don't know. They're proud, but you know how it is, man. It's that slight.
Man, it's crazy how you got to expect that from your relatives,
Right.
the ones that's supposed to cheer you on. Like when you tell them you have an idea and you want to do this and you want to do that, you would think you have their utmost support, but it never ends up like that.
I mean, a part of it I understand is like they just want what's best for you, but they're from a different generation. They don't know, man. And I think it comes from good intentions. There's this one saying that always sticks in my head. We judge ourselves based upon our intentions, but we judge others based upon their actions. So I try to judge people off their intentions and what they're really trying to go for, right? So it's no hate ever. They're all successful doctors and lawyers. So
they're getting it in, man.
So it's all cool, and they just want what's best for you. But just because they don't know the cards that I'm playing with.
So you don't have any relatives that's around your age?
No, not really. I got a couple of cousins, but they're all doctors, or on med school. Shout out Preet.
Yeah, so we kind of in a different
but
boat. Man.
Honestly, my friends are my family. Like literally, all my friends have the keys to my house.
Oh, straight up.
I'm telling you, like, I'm never even at my house half the time.
Man, that take a lot of trust, man.
Dude, I don't have a lot of friends.
How long y'all been friends? I mean, that's
my best friend, the one I start Icon Studios with, 14 years. Since 4th grade, so that's huge.
Yeah, you got trust there.
My boy Avi, we grew up since like elementary school. He lives down the street. Shit, man. I mean, it's just that's what's up.
I mean, when you say you don't have a lot of friends, sometimes that's the way to go, though. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think you're supposed to have a lot of friends. You should have a select few of people that you trust and that you could build with it, and sometimes that be enough, right? So I tell myself all the time, and we actually talked about this the last episode, is that it makes no sense to have an entire, when you see guys with an entire entourage, it makes no sense because you can't sit here and say you can trust at least 90% of them guys. Yeah. Right? So I also brought this up as well, and I'm gonna share it with you. So it was an interview I was watching with Fat Joe. And I want to say out of the 15 to 20 guys that he used to be around constantly, he did a test. And he brung them all together in the same room. And he told them, like, look, guys, I'm broke. I lost all my money. It's all gone. Out of all 20 of them, only 5 of them stayed. So that should tell you why it's important to have a small circle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Quality over quantity, man.
Yeah.
My boys have stayed with me when I was broke, and now when I'm making money, like they're helping me make money, So it's kind of like they're feeding the machine, I'm not trying to be like, I'm like all this or whatever. I'm only who I am because of them.
Right.
So it's only fair for me to give back and continue just building, man.
Man, I look at that as man, we need leadership like that, man. So in other words, you are somebody who you have the ability to see somebody else's world before you see your own.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of people that don't have the ability to do that, right? So a lot of us, just as people, we habitually think about ourselves before we think about somebody else, right? So it causes us to, for example, if somebody was to ask you for some money, right? Even though you might need that money, they don't care if you need it or not because they need it. Right. So I read one of my introspection cards the other day, and it asked me a question like, look, if you found a wallet today and that wallet had money inside of that wallet, would you return that wallet to its owner even though there is no negative effect behind you keeping it? I told myself, like, I would have to return that wallet to him, even though majority of the people would keep it.
Sure.
I got to return that wallet because we never know what they need to do with the money inside of that wallet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They can have rent to pay. They can have a child's birthday party they was waiting to pay for. They could have been saving up to get something. We don't know that. So just the person I am and the principles I live by, the most important thing I can do right now is to return that wallet to who it belongs to.
You know, in Islam, there's this philosophy where it's like, if you make money off of doing bad things, that money that you gained, anytime you spend it, it's gonna be detrimental to you.
Facts.
You know, so if I took that money and I bought a brand new car, I might total it, or I might, I might have a bunch of problems and things like that. So it's kind of like that, karma, and like I'm a big believer in what like good things come in, good things come out.
Yeah, that's how the universe works.
So
yeah, for sure.
That's why I don't really do gambling or none of that stuff, and I don't try to make money off of negative things, right? Like price gouging off of shoes, or funeral homes, or things like that, or just casinos, and I don't know. It's just like not for who I am, and it doesn't go towards my core principle. Right.
Yeah, you want to make money in the correct way. Yeah, I definitely understand that, man. So when it comes to so who are some people you look up to? Like who is a hero to you? Like who do you admire?
I admire so many people, man, and I admire people for different qualities too.
And this can be like, I want to throw this out. This can be somebody like historical. This can be somebody that's close to you. This can even be a superhero, a Marvel character. Like yeah, you know what I'm saying?
There's tons, man, and I just learn lessons from all types of people, right? Even bad people, I learn lessons on what not to do, or I can look at a bad person and also see what good things they did do.
Right.
Like, man, there's just, it might be controversial, but like, for example, like Andrew Tate. Everyone hates him. He talks about some crazy things, and he's very misogynistic. But I do admire how he tries to focus on young men and try to encourage them to be stronger and fit and more financially well off. So I can separate the good from the bad and just focus on the good and take that. For example, another person, let's see, that I look for inspiration. Man, I'd say. Man, it's so hard. I'd say like Prophet Muhammad or God.
Okay, man, I want to take this. Okay, give me a. Do you watch Marvel at all? You watch?
Yeah,
man. Give me a superhero, man.
Superhero
that you admire.
Oh man, you say yours first.
You want me to say mine? Okay, man, because I got two of them, man. Okay. I'm gonna say and I ain't being biased when I say this, just because I thought he the strongest Avenger, but. Thor is the first one, but then I'm gonna say Tony Stark's Iron Man, right? So,
why?
The reason why I say Iron Man is because, in the Endgame, right? Endgame was when the Avengers, they pretty much went back in time to collect the Infinity Stones before Thanos got to him in order to bring the population back. Well, Tony Stark's was put in a situation to where he had to think about himself or either the billions of people, the billions of lives he could save, right? So in other words, he collected the Infinity Stones, used them in order to destroy him, but it also killed him in the process, right? So that's why I admire Tony Stark, because he was thinking about the world before he thought about himself.
Sure. I'd say for me, man, I like Captain America. As well, because I used to hate him, dude. I used to be like, man, do with the shield, who cares, bro? Get over yourself. But the older I got and the more I watched those movies, the more I respect him, because it's so difficult to be noble.
Yeah,
it's so difficult to be honest and do what's right, even when it's like when you have everyone against you and you got to fight your best friend, Tony.
Yeah.
And just because your principles as a person tell you to, and you're not like, I don't know, it's so strong. He's the strongest moral character.
I can agree. I definitely agree with that.
And in a world like this, bro, it's difficult. Like you know, you can lift all the weights in the gym, but your morality might suck.
Yeah,
you know, your willpower is weak.
Yeah, it was his. And I get what you say. It was his character more than anything. It wasn't really him as a superhero, but definitely like how he carried himself as a character. I think I'm gonna have to agree with you, man. Out of everybody, Captain America probably was the most solid when we talk about his ego.
He stayed the strongest, man.
Yeah,
and then I'd say Tony Stark as well, because Tony, I
ain't like his ego at first, man. Yeah.
But you know what? That's that's a relatable character.
Yeah.
And the thing I like about him is he takes the burden of the world on himself.
Yeah.
And that he's always learning from every single battle. And there's a bunch of Easter eggs. But like every suit that you watch that Tony makes, it combats the problem from the last suit.
Oh, that's fire, man. Because even when
they don't like specifically say it, they just like they subtly show it. And I've seen like this Easter egg of 100 of them.
But even in Iron Man 3, you see a collection of all his suits from when he first came up with the concept, and then just down the line they got better.
Right.
Yeah. And then I forgot which one it was in, but that's not the first time he put the world before himself. It was a time where he risked his life by flying out of space, not even knowing if he was gonna return.
Exactly.
Yeah. So definitely between him and Captain America,
they're amazing, man. They're superheroes, and they inspire me to just strive for the best morally and to always just be better. I'm not going to be perfect. I'm not perfect by any means, you know. I have this reputation of being this egotistical, cocky asshole.
Nah, bro, you ain't nothing wrong with it, man. You just proud of what you know what I'm saying, the things that you accomplished, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
I just try to be a better person every day, that's all.
But I am curious now, though. Do you hear that all the time?
Dude, the amount of times I hear it, man. And it's always funny because it's always coming from people who know me like absolutely zero. Like they don't know me at all. And people who actually know me or who actually spend more than an hour with me, they're like, damn, this guy's awesome. Like this guy actually gives a shit. This guy actually took his whole day to help me out with my finances or whatever. I didn't even ask for it. Right. Like, you know, things like that, man. And I don't go around talking about the good things that I do, because it kind of like, I don't need to tell everyone that I'm doing all these great things for you. Only you know it, man. It's okay. That's all that matters, man. Now, if you want to go tell people, cool, bro. I'm not gonna stop you. But like,
and that's exactly what I did. I came to P like, man, hey, y'all shit, he going crazy right now, man. But it's more so like I know how to. I can read people off of how they carry themselves and just the things that they got going on in life, right? Because them the type of people you want to surround yourself with. Like, if I didn't see value in you, or I didn't feel like you could bring something valuable, I wouldn't have asked you to come on here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I only reached out to you because I'm like, okay, this is a valuable guy, and I feel like he can come on here and actually speak on something that could be valuable to whoever is listening to it. Yeah, so definitely. So with the music, bro, like what got you into the videos and all that?
Man, I was back in high school and I was making music, and we're doing diss tracks, right? And I was so ass. I was like pure, dude. I was known in 3 different school districts for being a horrible rapper, and it was hilarious. But I just fell in love with the process of like rhyming, man.
Yeah.
And make it like, I don't know, just something about it. Like when I wrote a really nice bar and it clicked with the other bars, and I'm telling the story, it just like it clicked in me, you know.
Man, you got a verse in you, man.
I will say I am the worst freestyler in the world.
No, it could be something written if you got it.
I mean, I got tons of stuff written.
Yeah.
Here, I'll look for a good one.
Put you on blast or nothing, man.
I mean, I got stuff written, man. If you want written bars, let's see.
Let me hear something, man.
But while I was doing that, I was kind of looking for a music video for all my like songs that I've been written, and I couldn't find anyone that I liked or in my budget. So I just ended up learning it myself. I went to RVC, took a video class, and the video class was just too slow paced.
You're talking about Rock Valley, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The video class was too slow paced, and they're like, "Man, we'll teach you this next semester." Okay. And I'm like, "Man, I want to know this shit now. Fuck you mean? I want to you know." So I dropped it, and then I went to. I still finished that college, and I still grabbed my associates because that was the last class I really needed. But then I was like, I'm gonna just learn myself on YouTube, everything. Like I'm gonna just teach myself absolutely everything, and trial and error, man.
I think that's my worst. I actually regret. Like I like the fact that I got my degree from college, but I feel like I could have learned the things that they taught me a lot faster.
Sure.
If I would have just went to YouTube and then just did the research on what I was trying to do.
Right. You could have, but then see, there's pros and cons to everything, man. You never know.
The only thing I liked about the college space was I was around a lot of creative minds.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it just gave me an opportunity to step my game up. You know what I'm saying? Just conversating with all of these different artists.
Well, here I got a bar for you right here.
Okay,
I got a quick little verse.
Man, let me hear it, man. Yeah.
I said, people call me icon like I don't got a real name. Haters talking shit. I just focus on my game. Put it in my song, so I don't gotta feel no pain. Moosey ain't the same. Need a change. Had to put the 1 in the 815. Louis or the Burberry. Don't know, can't decide. Shorty fell in love with me, but I can't make her mine. I've been way too busy, baby, but I've been on my grind. Yeah. Coming for your throat, I'm Game of Thrones. Heart of my chest is made out of stone. Gold on my neck is a part of my bones. You still couldn't get if you took out a loan. Yeah. I mean, that's like a little snippet of it. You know? Yeah. It's way better with the beat. Shout out Swift for making that crazy beat.
Shit, I got something too, man.
Shit, go crazy, man.
Go ahead and spit something for you, man. Look, hold on. Hopefully I don't fuck it up, man.
Go crazy.
Look, man, killing every beat, and I tend to do it often. Sorry I had to murder that nigga, lay him in his coffin. Soaked in my pain before, and they don't get it. Claim that you love me and you still don't understand me. Big fan of chess. I utilize the queen. She take every step on the board to protect the king. Fuck with your boy. I plan on getting rich. I lost my daddy at the age of 2. Been dedicated ever since. Lead a mic wet every time I spit. Catch me on the bad day. I spray doot. With a full clip. Move by myself, I'm alone, I don't trust men. Success was easy to get the moment that I cut friends. We're good as a team if you ain't got niggas to invest with. I could be winning, then they shoot me, that's a tragic hatred. That's the problem with the world we live in. Call up God, tell him wash this bitch away again. It's sad that I had to buy a gun just to feel safe. Every time I leave the crib, I take a minute just to pray. Hard work, that's gonna make sure that you and your fam straight. If you's a deadbeat bitch, nigga, get your mind straight.
Damn. I mean, I wish there was an applause button, but shit, that shit hard, man. He going crazy,
you,
bro.
Yeah.
Man.
I had to go
That's
ahead.
What's up, man.
We gonna have to turn this into like a game show or something.
We gonna, hey, producers, come out here, man. We gonna start recording this right now.
We gonna have to turn this into like
Pierre
a game.
got a mic, man. He just like coming in with the mic.
Damn, I'm trying to laugh, bro, but I'm sick like a motherfucker. Man. Hey, no, that was fire though. I fuck with that.
Up, man.
I definitely want to come to y'all studio because that
bro,
setup is
you
fire,
need to,
bro.
man. Shout out Joel, Rock Royal Studios, man. He got that shit busting, bro.
Is Swift, he doing that full time, right?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Joel and Swift, bro, they do that shit full time.
Yeah,
and
man.
it's awesome, man. It's awesome. Swift is one of the craziest beat makers I've ever met, bro.
Even the shit I was hearing when I was in the studio, I'm like,
bro,
yeah, this shit fire, bro.
Dude, he's on crack, man. He's amazing.
I'm not sure what DAWs he working in.
He does every DAW. He's Thanos with the DAWs, man. He got all of them.
Oh, he got all the Infinity Stones. Yeah. Nah, I fuck with that.
He really likes Fruity Loops to make the beats.
Okay, yeah, man. Fruity Loops, that's a popular one, man. I remember when my uncle had bought this Reason program, man, years ago. Yeah. But I didn't like Reason platform. The DAW was hard for me to really get into. I'm like, nah, I can't do this, man. And then I started fucking with Machine after that.
Okay.
Yeah, so Logic, and then Logic came after that.
Logic was pretty easy for me.
Yeah. Logic kind of remind me of Garage Band a little bit.
Yup, exactly. It's just the older brother of the Garage Band.
Yeah, for sure, man. Man, Yash, man, appreciate you for sliding,
sure,
bro, man.
For sure.
We definitely gonna, man, we got to do this again.
Absolutely,
bro.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, I got an album or EP coming out this Friday.
Yeah, go ahead. Definitely drop the info on that, yeah.
This Friday, Mixed Feelings, May 12th. You might be watching it. It might be already out, so definitely check it out. It's 3 songs, but they're jam-packed with like tons of just good music. It's a little half English, half Spanish type of project, and it'll be on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. We're dropping 3 music videos with it. You already know if you know my visuals, it's coming in heat. You know, and just definitely check it out, man. I'd appreciate it. This is my first time I'm really coming out and dropping a big like project as an artist. So if you guys haven't heard me or heard of like how I sound or whatnot, give it a chance. You might like it. If not, it's cool. See you next time.
Another thing I want you to add it, because you is kind of like a resource for podcasts.
Oh,
if it's
yeah,
somebody
for
that's
sure.
looking for a space, definitely add that up in there.
Yeah,
too.
man.
Yeah.
So I run a podcast studio in Rockford, Illinois. It's right next to Lino's. It's at the Eastwind Business Complex, 129 Phelps Avenue. You can book it through www.official-icon.com, and it's in the studio rental space. And we charge like $229 for a whole video podcast, and it's an hour long, and we deliver it within like the next day. We have a live engineer cutting the footage like as you're doing it. We kind of coach you through the podcast and how to, just be you. So if you just want to come in and just do the podcast and not have to worry about all this extra stuff, it's the resource, man. And it's great. We have a bunch of people coming on there. We've got the mayor coming in again next week. So just great stuff. So if you're interested, definitely check it out. But yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Also, if you guys want to check out my podcast called The Creative Struggle.
We ain't even get into that. We meant to get into that, man. Yeah, the Creative Struggle podcast, man. Definitely, we need to talk.
Yeah, for sure. I need you on my show now.
Oh, yeah. Definitely hit me up, bro. We'll chop it up, man. Definitely,
But The Creative Struggle, we kind of talk about lots of similar things. I give platforms to a lot of local artists and a lot of local entrepreneurs and just anyone that's just doing wholesome, good stuff. And we talk it up for an hour and just chop up a bunch of crazy business things or advice and tools. So if you're just trying to be a better person, The Creative Struggle is the podcast for you.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yash Musabji.
Musabji. You can't forget the G.
Yeah. Let me add the G up in there, man. Man, appreciate you, bro. Man, we're gonna go ahead and close this out, y'all.
For sure, brother.
Man, life is good, y'all. Life is wonderful. Be blessed to be alive. Self-sufficiency is how you survive. To the kings and queens, to the guys and goddess, forever and always, my nigga. Think successfully. Yeah.